Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And today I have for us two Omega dive watches. On my left is the 43.5 millimeter Planet Ocean, and on my right is the 45.5 millimeter Ultra Deep. I had someone reach out asking me for my thoughts comparing these two, and I thought no better way than just doing a video kind of going over some of the differences. I'm sure I'll miss one or two of those, so please comment. Let me know in the comments what I missed here. But going over both of these, I think they're both great watches. Just get that out of the way. I think it really comes down to, what is your budget really at the end of the day? I mean, you're looking at almost double the price on the Ultra Deep. The Planet Ocean here, $7,400. The Ultra Deep, $13,300. So again, not quite double, and very similar look and feel. So case dimensions on the Planet Ocean, I measured diagonally across this case at 43.4. So just about the 43.5 it's listed at. I'm gonna take this ring light off to see if I get rid of some of that glare. So 43.5 millimeters versus 45.4. So again, about a 2 millimeter difference in case size. And then when I measured across the bezel on the on the Planet Ocean, I came up with 42 compared to 43.9 on the Ultra Deep. And then lastly, 3 to 9 across the Sapphire Crystal, 31.7 on the Planet Ocean versus 32.1. So all the specs pretty much in line, about 2 millimeters larger, give or take. That crystal, maybe not 2, a little bit 1.5 larger on the Ultra Deep compared to the PO. And then moving on to case thickness, 16 millimeters even on your Planet Ocean versus 18 on your Ultra Deep. I feel like it looks thicker than more than 2, but I've measured them a couple of times. You can just see the side profile of these. Lug to lug, 48.9 on your PO, 51.6 on your Ultra Deep. However, you do have some male end links on the Ultra Deep, so it actually comes out a little bit larger. 55.6 is what I measured from the furthest spot. So all the way out here, again, it is down underneath those lugs, but I did want to just point that out where you have a pretty true lug to lug here on the bracelet on the Planet Ocean. 21 millimeter lug width tapers to 18 at the last link versus 22 lug width, but it also tapers to 18 at the last link. Talking about the bracelets, I guess we should even mention here, you do have a different steel. You have Omega steel on your Ultra Deep compared to stainless steel on your Planet Ocean, but you can see the links themselves a little bit different. You can see you have a little bit more of, I guess we'll call that a chamfer on the end here, just a polishing, where it's just all brushed kind of flat here on the Planet Ocean. So a little bit higher level of finishing on the Ultra Deep bracelet. And then as you move across and look at the clasp itself, you can see your Omega here on your Planet Ocean, dual push button release. Your Ultra Deep, getting that new clasp, which I do say, I got some tape here, but you can see the shape of it. Everything just feels nicer. In my opinion, it just looks a little bit higher end, but again, you're paying for it, almost double the price. So solid stainless steel case back on your Ultra Deep. Housed underneath that is the 8912 coaxial movement, 60 hours of power reserve, 6,000 meters water resistance. So again, 6,000 meters versus 600 meters. I think both are probably going to be plenty for you. You do have an exhibition case back. If you want to see your movement, this is the option. 8,900 movement, again, 60 hours of power reserve. You do lose the external here helium escape valve on your Ultra Deep, so aesthetically a little bit cleaner. Crown at 3 o'clock, you see you have your crown protector as well. Here you just kind of have that case that flanks into the crown. I did weigh these both. Again, weight is the difference here. Larger case on the Ultra Deep, 213.1 grams versus 253.3 grams. It definitely is noticeable in hand as well. And we already talked about the price. So without that, without I guess going further on that, let's just take a look at the dials here. If you need your date, you have the date window at 3 o'clock here. You have a no date option or no date here on your Ultra Deep. Again, to me, I didn't measure it. This bezel does look a little bit wider than the Planet Ocean bezel. So let's take a listen to the bezel action on both of these. Solid bezel action, no back play on your Planet Ocean. And on your Ultra Deep, more audible. So again, I'd like the sound. The feel's pretty similar, but I probably just lean slightly towards the Ultra Deep. So overall, again, I'm sure I missed a few things here or there, but just kind of giving you some trying to keep this video as quick as possible for you, giving a full comparison. Both great watches. To me, do I like the extra detailing here on the bracelet? Do I like the clasp? Absolutely. You do have on the fly micro adjustability on both of these. You see you can push and slide out on the Ultra Deep. The same functionality, push and slide out. Looking at them, removable links by screws on both. So to me, it really comes down to, what do you want to spend? Do you need all of that depth, water resistance? I personally, again, like the bracelet, like the case, love the clasp on this. Twice the price point. That's the question you have to ask yourself. Can't tell you how to spend your hard-earned money. Both great options. Let me know what you think in the comments. Appreciate you guys watching. If there's anything we can do for you, anything at all, contact information in the description. And I do apologize. I'll throw these on wrist again real quick, that I am in a shared workspace still. Cannot give you loom shots great here. So I know that's part of it. Let me zoom out. Again, these are both going to be larger than I would comfortably wear on any given day. But just to show you what they look like on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. And I will do wrist rolls of both of these as well and list those as YouTube shorts. So if you're watching this and want to see those, take a look there. So there's is the 43 PI. And listen, at 43.5 millimeters on this, still under 50 millimeters lug tip to lug tip. It's pretty wearable for its size. I think many people will tell you that. When you get into this Ultra Deep here, at almost 51.5 lug to lug, starting to look a little big on my wrist here. Definitely the additional thickness on this. As always, greatly appreciate you viewing. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video.